Welcome to today's time-related discussion. We'll talk about time management. I want to introduce a new concept. We humans divide time into three parts: past, present, and future. However, I want to tell you that many people like to reminisce about the past, living in a world of the past. Someone who experienced childhood pain often seeks out others to reminisce about it. They only experience that pain once, but each time they recall it, it's like reliving it again. When someone is always living in the past, they won't be happy or joyful. The biggest sign of living in the past is constantly saying, "back in the day." If someone frequently talks about the past, they're already old, they're practically dead, because they're buried in the past. Then there are those who particularly worry about the future, fear the future, and are prone to needless anxiety. Oh dear, what if my children are unfilial when I'm old? Oh dear, what if my husband stops loving me? Oh dear, what if my company loses money? Oh dear, what if someone causes me trouble in the future? They always live in worry and fear. Remember this, worry is the greatest curse. The past is gone, you can't go back. The future hasn't arrived yet. No one knows what it will hold. In reality, your life has no past and no future, only the present. Your present moment is the only time and the only place, because everything is composed of your individual moments. So, as long as you live well in the present, you can attain bliss. The present moment is eternal time and eternal place. Many people envy children when they grow up. Because as adults, we all have worries, sadness, pain, and anxieties about the future. But when we see children playing next to us, why are they so happy? They can play in the mud all day and still be so happy. You could scold them now, and the next second they'd be happily playing again. Because in a child's world, there is no past, no future, there is only the present. Children live 100% in the present. No child reminisces about the past, and no child talks about the future. That child only focuses on what they are playing with in the present. So, life is only about the present. As long as you live earnestly in the present, you will have a beautiful past and a beautiful future. You can't go back to the past, nor can you go to the future. You only have one place to stay, and that is the present moment. Whether it's Buddhism, Taoism, or Christianity, all practitioners pursue the so-called state of enlightenment and awakening. So what exactly is enlightenment? An old monk finally attained enlightenment after many years of practice. A young monk asked the old monk, "Master, what does it feel like after enlightenment?" The master said, Before enlightenment, going up the mountain was to chop wood, chopping wood was to make firewood, making firewood was to cook, cooking was to eat, and eating was to continue chanting scriptures and reciting Buddha's name after being full. But after enlightenment, going up the mountain is just going up the mountain. Chopping wood is just chopping wood, making firewood is just making firewood, cooking is just cooking, eating is just eating, chanting scriptures is just chanting scriptures, and reciting Buddha's name is just chanting Buddha's name. In short, live in the present moment. The old monk said that the highest state after enlightenment is living in the present moment. He practiced for 54 years before entering the monastic life, and only at the end did he realize that living in the present moment is what makes one an enlightened and awakened person. Let's analyze this story together. What did the old monk mean? When a person goes up a mountain to chop wood, chop wood to make firewood, and make firewood to cook. Is the process of going up the mountain joyful and happy? He certainly won't be happy. Not only will he not be happy, he will feel very uncomfortable. Because during the process of going up the mountain, his mind is focused on chopping wood. Thinking, oh, why is this mountain so high? Why haven't I reached the top yet? It's so annoying. So, was he happy while chopping firewood? No, he wasn't. Because he was chopping firewood to make a fire. He complained as he chopped, "Why is this firewood so hard to chop? Why isn't it done yet? Ugh, I'm so tired." Was he happy while making the fire? Even less happy. Why isn't the water boiling yet? This fire is killing me, I'm choking. He wasn't happy while cooking either, because he was thinking, why isn't the food ready yet? I need to eat quickly. He wasn't happy while eating either, thinking, eating is so troublesome, so annoying. Why do people have to eat? I need to start chanting scriptures. Life is just a constant rush. When this is mentioned, many people have thought about whether this is their life, whether this is an ordinary life. Let's experience it from another angle. When someone goes up a mountain just to climb it, isn't the process beautiful? Absolutely beautiful, incredibly joyful. They can appreciate the scenery along the way, watch the flowers bloom and fade, listen to the bird song, and even hear the gentle breeze on their face. They suddenly realize that after climbing mountains for so many years, they never discovered how beautiful this mountain truly is. Then, unexpectedly, they arrive at the wood chopping area. When someone is chopping wood just to chop wood, isn't the process beautiful? Who says it isn't? As children, everyone has climbed trees just to get a branch to use as a stick, and the joy lasts for days. Wasn't that process beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Is the beauty of starting a fire just for the sake of it? Many people say, how can starting a fire be beautiful? Didn't you feel beautiful playing with fire as a child? Absolutely. So, when you go up a mountain for the sake of going up a mountain, chop wood for the sake of chopping wood, start a fire for the sake of starting a fire, eat for the sake of eating, chant scriptures for the sake of chanting scriptures, and recite Buddhist mantras for the sake of reciting Buddhist mantras, you'll find that life is wonderful. In short, it's about living in the present moment. Have you ever had this experience? After lunch, you go to sunbathe and end up spacing out. While you're spacing out, someone taps you on the shoulder. You might think, why did you tap me? Isn't that feeling of spacing out beautiful? Yes. What are you thinking about when you're spacing out? Nothing. Living in the present moment, your mind is blank. Many people think about family matters when they're working. When they're at home, they think about work matters. Then, lying in bed, they dream about tomorrow. If you can truly live in the present moment, you are in heaven right now. You are in bliss right now. So from today onward, stop dwelling on the past. Because the past is gone. And stop worrying about the future. Because the future will never come. Your life is only in the present. Many things you worry about will never happen. Even if it happened, it was because you demanded it happen. The law of attraction applies, you attracted them yourself. Why not live in the present? Why not live each day with joy? This feeling is so beautiful. If you can live each day at a level of 540 points of joy, even if the future comes, all futures will be good. All good things will enter your life. Let's not do things we'll regret, and we don't regret what we do. Because every second we give it our all. This way, we'll feel at peace. Everything is the best arrangement. So live wholeheartedly in the present. Experience yourself fully in this moment. Let's give a feel living in the present. The method is to spend half an hour alone each day. Being alone means being with yourself. You don't need to sit cross-legged or meditate. Just be quiet. Sitting quietly is fine. Daydreaming is fine too. Basically, turn off your phone, turn off the stereo, turn off the TV, and turn everything off. Stay in a small area. Whether it's a room or nature will be even better. Whether it's Lee Ka-shing, Kazuo Inamori, or Bill Gates, these top business leaders all value setting aside uninterrupted time each day for meditation or clearing their minds. Being alone, being with yourself. Your life will get better and better. Really, I hope today's content can help you.